All right, I'm back. We have the second beer in the Church Brewing gift pack, holiday gift pack. You can find them in SLCs. I would look early and often though, because it feels like they didn't do too many of these, and they didn't send too many out. There was only two in my NSLC that I can tell. There's another one sitting there. I might pick it up if it's still there next time I go, but chances are probably won't be. But it was the most interesting outside of there's an Annapolis Brewing one as well that I kind of want to get, but the glass that comes with it is just a shitty tumbler with their logo all over it. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't need that. I'd rather have a cool glass like this if they're going to put a glass, or just don't put a glass in it. Just give me another beer or something instead. Don't give me a shitty tumbler, please. Don't need it. Yeah. So this one is the Forgive Me Father Coffee Stout. And we got CB Fall saying here, a very holy stout, Lee. Perhaps it may be the stout of kings and angels and heavenly divinity. Perhaps we will see. At 5.9% alcohol by volume, and I believe this is a special. Either they've made it. And we got some Nighthawks saying, "Love coffee, anything." All right. I think this might be a special made exclusively for the gift pack, because I didn't see it listed on their website, even as like a seasonal or anything like that. Or it might be a new seasonal that they just haven't gotten around to updating on their website. Do not 100% know there, but it looks interesting. So. And I am of Nighthawk's persuasion here when it comes to coffee, anything. I definitely will gravitate towards that, especially if it's done well. So, top it up here. Taking a look at the can. Seems like there's a little bit of a spacing issue on the father there. See how the F and the A, a little bit of a font issue there, which also makes me think this might be a new thing that they just kind of like churned out really quickly for Christmas, maybe. I don't know. There we go. That's basically as dark as the German Porter was. Although I think it's a little lighter. I see more light coming through the bottom here. So it's more of a like dark brownish amber kind of color. Maybe a little lighter. The head looks a little rockier too. And little it looks like it's going to dissipate quicker than the on the English or the German Porter. Okay. So it looks fine. Go right to the aroma. Man, it's very mild. There's coffee there, but it's a very mild hint of coffee. Kind of smells like kind of green coffee, but very mild. Not a lot of roast or anything on the actual aroma. And there's not a lot else going on in the aroma. Surprisingly enough. Did not expect that. Okay. This might be one of those ones where it's all in the fucking flavor and not in the aroma. We'll see. I hope so. But yeah, the aroma is very neutral, kind of almost. There is coffee there, but it's kind of very minimal. Just kind of a ghost of coffee, and then other than that, there's not like a lot of necessarily beer aroma, like I'm not getting like any grain or any other sort of like malty kind of thing. And I don't have this super cold or anything either. It should be fairly warmed up to about cellar temperature. Maybe a little bit more starting to come out as I got my hand on the glass, warming it up a bit more. But yeah, not intense. Definitely not intense. So we'll go right to the taste. Cheers. Mm. Okay, there's definitely more coffee in the actual flavor. Body's a bit thin for what it should be, I think. It's kind of upper light bodied. It's very one note. There is not a lot going on in this beer. That's kind of disappointing. I'm kind of sad to say that. Yeah, there's coffee. There's coffee roast at the back. There's a little bit of an astringent quality in the back as well. And I should mention that what they list the ingredients here, right? Water, barley, oats, hop yeast, coffee. Okay. So there is actual coffee in this. There's kind of it's not very stoutish is probably the way to put it. I think that's the most disappointing thing. Like the coffee's there. The coffee's kind of like a very light roast kind of thing. Like it's very minimal. Um, oh, look who we have. Find love on the best dating site. There you go, guys or gals. If you're looking for love, go to 69xxx.life and you'll find love in the best dating site. This is definitely not a scam. Definitely not the worst dating site. It's the best dating site online. There you go. I'm sure it's excellent. There's kind of it's kind of got like a nut quality to it, like peanut, not even peanut, like unsalted kind of nut, like cashew, unsalted cashew kind of thing going on in the background. Comes out a little bit more in the finish. But it doesn't come off like a stout. It comes off more like a really unsweet brown ale is kind of what it more comes off like, honestly. I think this is kind of a misfire for them. This almost feels like let's throw a gimmick beer into our gift pack, try to make it seem special. And I'll say this: you don't really get the alcohol. 5.9%. It's drinking super smooth, drinking super easy. Coffee's coming out a little bit more. I guess it's technically doing what it says on the tin, except for the stout part. It's just kind of lacking. It's lacking the roast. That's the biggest problem. If there was more roastiness in this, you could punch up that coffee flavor a little bit more, then you'd have like a really solid one note stout, coffee stout. But this is just kind of very weak sauce, very mild, which is church. Why? I love church brewing, but they kind of fucked this one up. They kind of fucked this one up. It's not great. It's just kind of uninspired, just like watered down coffee. Nah, I don't know about you, but that does not sound good to me. That doesn't sound like something I'm into. And it's drinkable. There's no brewing flaws or anything like that I can detect. It's perfectly well made for what it is. It's just not a lot of anything, though. That's the problem. And CB Fals's review makes me unhappy. Makes me unhappy too, man. Believe me, I am not thrilled. I was excited to try this. I mean, Church Brewing's one of my favorite breweries. They've basically never let me down. But this just no, it's weak sauce. That's the problem. It's just kind of weak sauce. And yeah, I don't know what to say. Style wise, flavored stout basically is kind of the style we go for here. If it's like a coffee stout, it's got any sort of adjunct added into it to flavor it up, be it natural or natural flavoring or anything like that. It's not much of a stout. It's not much of a coffee beer. So I'm gonna have to throw. I'm gonna throw a 5.5 at it. Honestly, it's very uninspired. It's just not doing much for me. My own personal preference, I'm gonna throw 5 at it because I can drink it. It's fine. Like it's not bad. It's just not much of anything. That's the problem. It's not aggressively bad. It's not aggressively doing anything wrong other than just not being very flavorful. And that should not be a thing. That should not be a thing with Church Brewing. That should not be a thing when Church Brewing does a coffee fucking stout at 5.9%. There should be a lot of fucking flavor here, and it just ain't happening. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, that sucks. Boo. Boo. So the Church Brewing Company's Forgive Me Father Coffee Stout. I guess the silver lining here is it's in the gift pack, so it's not necessarily something you're going to come across maybe like as their usual lineup, so you don't have to worry about ever seeing it again. Maybe this might be a one and done. Who knows? But yeah, 5.5 for style because it's just kind of blows it on the style, and 5 for my personal preference. It's just bare pass. So there we go. Disappointing way to end off the reviewing night. Although I'll be over at Maxwell Star's BA 101 at around 8:30ish EST. We always do a BA 101 on Wednesdays. And so I might be over there. Well, I will be over there, and I got a beer to review there tonight. We're doing 10% and over beers. So I'm in for a long night. The beer I have is also not all that great, but we have fun on that show, so it'll be fun anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back when we're back. Bye-bye.